Hey, what's up, guys, and welcome back to the Geek Street, where the street speaks. Once again, my name is Jess, and I have my geek buddies over here, Eric and Harvin. Say hi, guys.
Hello.
Oh,
Hello. So, as usual, today we are missing one member. Today it will be Sean. So, we play like a Russian roulette, who goes missing. So, this time is Sean. Sean is busy with certain political stuff, as you all know. Um, as I was saying, we are actually here to talk about She-Hulk episode 8. So this is like the semi-final episode, as we have one more episode, correct? One more episode to go to finish the season of She-Hulk. So things are finally picking up, after so many episodes of... So what do you guys think about this new episode?
if you want me to be really honest, yes, I was happy for the debut of Daredevil because I'm a big fan of Daredevil. All of that is amazing. That I will never hold back on that. That was amazing. Having Daredevil. But then aside of that, I think as the storyline of She-Hulk, I think it was another filler episode. It was another filler episode, but with extra spice of everything. Like, for example, back, if you remember Wong's episode where he had the magician and Wong had to go and sue him, and it's something like that. It's a filler episode, but it was a fun one. So we were excited about it when we had our breakdown previously. So for that episode, we were all jolly because even though it was a filler, but it was an amazing one. Same thing here. So it was a jolly one, but like Jess said, it's like the how would I say, it's like the last episode before the finale. It was like the episode 8 right before that finale, so it should have a core story, of the overarching story of the whole She-Hulk season at least. But no, they decided to do a one-off, but then till the end, then they had connection to that. So yeah, that's my take on the episode.
Yeah, I feel you, Harvin. I feel the same thing also. Eric, what about you?
I would say I'm the same with Harvin because it feels like they just filled it up with just by throwing Daredevil as their secret card and just fill it up for the main event, which is hopefully the finale. And then I don't like I told you guys in person, so I don't like the fact that we just watched like somewhat porno of our two heroes. So that part is also weird, and they somehow try to make it funny again, even though two person who was initially supposed to fight each other, then just became best friends and started joking and dissing each other, and then after that went to someone's room. And okay, anyway, so it just feels like another filler lah. I think even if you don't put this episode and just cameo Daredevil at the end or so, I think it'll be the same outcome. So like what Harvin said, there's no solid core except the ending. That's all we get.
Yeah, I think that's what they've been doing in all of the episodes. They waste so much of time with a lot of filler stories, and then at the ending they reveal something that is supposed to carry the story. But yeah, I agree with you guys also. And when it came to that steamy scene in the room, when watching the episode, my wife Lily, she told me, you see, they're gonna have sex. Then I don't know, I told you guys this or not, but I was like, no, they are two professional acquaintances. They are friends in court, and then suddenly you see them having sex. I'm like, okay. So this is basically our take for She-Hulk episode 8. Episode 8, no hate for us. Okay, if you guys love the episode, it's a great thing. You guys can let us know in the comments below. What about this episode that you guys love. So aside from that, let's not waste any more time. Let's jump into the breakdown of She-Hulk episode 8. So basically, the story starts with you guys see two robbers, robbing a like a shopping mart, and Leapfrog makes his appearance. So as you guys know, if you watched our previous videos, we mentioned him as Frogman. So Frogman and Leapfrog are both correlated. So basically, if you look at the Marvel comics, Leapfrog is actually Vincent. I cannot pronounce the last name. Policio or something. So Vincent, he's the father and he's the villain as Leapfrog, and then the son Eugene takes over the mantle and he becomes Frogman, and then he's sort of like an anti-hero. Like he tries to be a hero, but he's not really that good at the job. But here in the MCU, what they did was they put the son Eugene to be Leapfrog, to be the villain. So, don't get confused with this kind of thing. Leapfrog, Frogman, two different people, but still part of the MCU. So, during this Kononia trying to save the day, he injures himself and his suit gets burnt, right, with his rocket boosters. So he tries to sue Luke Jacobson. So basically the tailor guy who does the tailoring for all the superheroes. Thinking about it, Luke Jacobson is probably one of the most important assets in the whole world, because he knows the identity of every single superhero out there who are his clients. So yeah, and he takes it very lightly. So of course Jen is ordered to take the case, despite her not wanting to because of conflict of interest, but they have to do it. And we are in court, and this is where Charlie Cox, playing Matt Murdock, appears in the court. And we are excited because we are finally seeing Daredevil in this episode. I think the last time he made his appearance in the MCU was during Spider-Man No Way Home, right? So we are excited and we're waiting for this, and they saved it until the second last episode to show him. And you can see they were using a lot of lawyer jargons, right? Court jargons. Basically, She-Hulk is telling that Luke Jacobson should be held accountable, and then he should reveal his list of clientele to come and testify if his job is that good. And then Matt Murdock says that he needs to remain anonymous for clients. Clients need to remain anonymous for their protection. And the interesting thing is, I think for some of the fans out there, was Matt Murdock says that the Sokovia Accords are repealed. So as you guys know, Civil War basically happened because of that, because of the Sokovia Accords and all the sacrifices they went through, all the broken friendships. Yes, for the Accords to be repealed. So what does the Sokovia Accord repeal mean is superheroes are no supervised under the government. So they're back to how they usually are. They can do whatever they want and everything. So Captain America finally got his way. I think Tony Stark will be rolling in his grave if we got to know about this. Yeah, so I don't know how this is going to come into play, but maybe later on in future films they will reference it again. And I think we see Matt Murdock trying to be funny. I understand in Daredevil, the series, he was funny, but maybe not too much into a comedic element. But here he's trying to be this comedy person. He says he's lying. Don't ask me how I know he's lying. And then the judge is like, everyone knows he's lying. Mr. Murdock, thank you. So yeah, and then after the whole thing happens, Matt meets Jennifer at the bar. He buys her a drink, and then he tells her that a continuity lah. Like basically, his story that he's from Nelson and Murdoch's law firm from Hell's Kitchen. So basically, Daredevil is from Hell's Kitchen, right? So you guys can stop me if you want to fill in anything. I think especially Harbin, because Harbin is a die-hard Daredevil fan, so he can fill in a lot of extra details which I miss out.
I have a lot to speak about, but I think if I speak now, it's probably spoil the whole breakdown, which I'm saving it till the end. But it's like the pros and cons of the character. But to just feel in the excitement of Daredevil, of course, I'm much more excited than ever to see Daredevil, and of course, same actor playing him. So it's just great to see him back in the episode. That's for sure. That's definitely it's a no give and take for me.
Okay, so Harbin is saving the rest of his take for the end of the episode, so we save it for later lah. Okay. And then he reminds Jen that that she can do good as a lawyer, but in things where a lawyer can't do, she can be beneficial as a superhero. So this is a time where it takes her, that she has to take up this mantle as a superhero. And Jen gets a call from Todd. So this one is also a bit interesting. Todd, the guy, the creepy guy who calls her a fine specimen. And he speaks about him purchasing a Wakandan spear and the Wakandans wanting it back. And he mentioned that he studied abroad in Wakanda. So it may be a lie because this guy, you can see that he's trying to show off, or it can also be a true fact because when Wakanda opened their country to others, right? Because in the comics there is like a study abroad program for in Wakanda. So he might have gone and studied over there.
This is my theory lah. I think he did study in Wakanda, and I also think he's the Hulk King. Total silence.
Yeah,
No,
because
for my take, because previously when we were talking about Thor, I think most of us were like, nah, he's just one of those characters which Jen did. But then we keep on saying, then Eric said, like, he's being a sus. But as it goes, yes, it gets a lot of attention. Of course, at the end of the episode, we do see him there also at the gala event. And, probably he's working with the Hulk because my theory is Hulking is probably, of course, the leader. Okay, that's my theory, and I think he's working with the intelligence here. So that, but here's the thing. They hype up so much, but knowing how She-Hulk is and how Marvel is nowadays, if they suddenly just like turn it into a comedy of him at the end, and it's going to be another. Another of you have a build up. Like now I have a theory. Eric started having a theory of him way before and stuff, and at the end it just turned it into he was just popping on in all these episodes just to be suspicious, just to create the tension. So now like as a fan of Marvel, so now rather than being more excited, it's like giving me like a 50-50 to be or not to be excited. So
like,
that
it's like, are they going to disappoint us or are they going to, actually do the thing? I actually support Eric's theory. I'll tell later why when it comes to the Met Gala part. He talks about that and he wastes the time and then she says that, she's going away and then she gets a text. I think a text or a call. I think she gets a call from Eugene, right? He gets a call from Eugene and then he says that someone is chasing him and he's in danger, so she goes. And this is the first time we actually see her in her full She-Hulk costume. So, what do you guys think about the costume? Is there any thoughts about it?
Yeah, I think it's not about more excitement. It's more what I would say. Just kudos to Marvel because it's a more or less comic accurate of the comics, but they're more close down there. Jess is getting a bit excited there. Calm down, Jess.
No, I'm sad because it's not a leotard. She-Hulk is always in a leotard. So, but I understand, it's a modern era and we have to be respectful. So, yeah, they did a good job with it. But man, do I wish I get to see her in a leotard.
No, but she looked like a cheerleader to me. I thought she was wearing like cheerleader clothes.
Yeah, correct, actually, also. Because
I think is that it is comic accurate, but most of the time when some of the comic accurate is actually from the comics, right? From the comic one is usually when you look at it, it's not appealing. So, but they want to give that because they want to give that comic accurate first. Then maybe later on, probably they will change it to another thing. Even for when Daredevil also later on, right? So it's comic, but it's not too pleasing, of course. But of course, I mean, they just want to give something comic accurate just to fans to get hyped up. Oh my god, this happened in the comic. This is the exact same thing.
Yeah, including Daredevil's costumes.
But of course, later on they'll change it to how modern-ish. It would be more extra equipped with the suit.
So we get to see her in a costume, And we also get to see Daredevil in his costume. So of course this has been shown in the trailer, so we know that he's wearing that mustard and ketchup look. For those of you who don't like the color scheme, you're not alone. Even I hate it. Like who the heck goes with yellow and red? But like Arvind said, is to follow comic accuracy. Okay, because Daredevil during the first issues of the comic, this was his color scheme.
Yeah.
Okay, it was red and yellow. I don't know during the what's that?
Isn't Iron Man also red and yellow?
Iron Man is gold and yellow, so it looks nicer. Okay,
Yeah.
maybe Daredevil they could have done a good job with the color scheme. You see, like Iron Man, who would have thought red and yellow or red and gold would have gone nice for film, but the way they placed the coloring, it looks good. But for Daredevil, I think especially because we are not used to him in yellow and red, because those were during the first issues, and then after that we're so used to seeing him red, and then suddenly seeing him back yellow and red again, it just looks very weird.
I agree with Jess, because the color scheme can be fine, but it's the thing where you're placing those colors. Because if you see Iron Man, it plays well, it's somewhere down near the ribcage area, those. So, but then Daredevil sometimes is a bit all the other places which is not supposed to be. So it's like it doesn't match well.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah,
of course,
exactly.
what's important is that they brought back the original suit from the Netflix series. It is the same suit, but it's just toned it from yellow and red instead of full red. So it's great to see. I love the suit from Netflix though. It was amazing.
And you guys don't have to worry, because we know this is not going to be a permanent thing. We know he's going to go back to it, because Marvel itself acknowledged it. She-Hulk says, I don't know who came up with this color scheme of mustard and ketchup. Then he says, you don't offend my tailor. So practically, it's basically Luke Jacobson did the thing for him and he's going to wear it. But maybe after She-Hulk made that comment and he decides, okay, it is a shitty look, and he's going to change it to full red. Okay, and he's blind, so he doesn't even care also, right? In the first place. But we see them in the suit, and then they first go into a fight because they don't know each other, right? Daredevil knows, right? That she's Daredevil knows, but she doesn't know. And then after that, she finds out that it's Matt Murdock the whole time, and she puts a note saying that a guy dressed as a Daredevil, you wouldn't expect him to be the hero. The interesting part is when she was saying this, the Daredevil theme song was actually playing in the background from the original series. So whoever catch it, watch it.
I really hope they bring the theme music back for the Daredevil series. And one more thing, I really love the credits, the opening credits of Daredevil in the Netflix series. I really hope they bring both of those back, because I think you cannot match it. Even how good Marvel Studios can be, I really don't think they can set that bar. That bar was so high that I don't think you can touch that. So I really hope they bring back. And then one more thing why I'm a bit afraid is also that if you notice, whenever Daredevil shows up, when his helmet popped out in the I suppose towards the end of the episode, and also when he popped out in this episode, there's one particular theme music which is playing whenever he appears, which I don't really like, and I hope that is not the theme music which they are going to plan to use for the Daredevil series and for him as a superhero intro and stuff. I really hope that, because it's not really nice, so I really hope Marvel does something about that.
Yeah. I don't think they'll do that intro exactly like the previous Daredevil, because the whole idea is this Daredevil is like a reboot, right? It's not a continuation. So to make that difference, they're not going to do most of the things that are similarly alike.
Soft reboot.
Soft reboot, yeah. Soft reboot.
Practically still in continuity, but not too much. Just less like reimagining stuff.
Yeah, exactly, correct. So yeah, moving on. They go to the lily pad because that is where Leapfrog headquarters is, and you get to see a QR code at the lamppost. So this QR code brings us to one of the She-Hulk issue where she's close friends with Matt Murdock. And yeah, you can download and you can have a read. And in the Lily Pad, we get to see a lot of Leapfrog's merchandise.
Hey.
So I'm not going to go into them, but you get to see a lot of stuff. Like everything is basically Leapfrog. This guy is just out there to promote himself, so yeah, he really believes in that whole thing. And also he kidnapped Luke Jacobson. So he insists that Luke creates a new suit, and he asks to put in a fancy AI with a British accent. So this is like a direct reference to Jarvis. I don't know how he knew about Jarvis, but yeah, he asked for that. And while Jen and Matt are like preparing to ambush these guys, right? He sort of explains to her how he can see. He asks, "Is it echolocation?" And I think he's just tired to explain to her, so he just says, "Yeah, it's like echolocation, like bad," But you know that it's actually all of his heightened sense. His smell is heightened, his hearing is heightened, and everything. So yeah, and they immediately ambush the bad guys. So Daredevil, of course, you get that hallway scene in the dark hallway with him fighting them. It's really kind of cool. You can see Harvin about to cry anytime watching
No,
that.
I'm not crying with happiness. I'm just crying inside because it just like was a short one that like, poof, I'm like, oh my god, why? Why?
Yeah. She-Hulk just came and when she stole the spotlight, and she got a new tagline. She says, "She-Hulk smash." So it's no more Hulk smash. And this is when they decided to get all hot and steamy in the bedroom. So I don't know. I mean, of course, you guys told me what you guys think about it, right? For me, I'm not really a big fan about it because I think it was too fast, and it sort of made Jen look a little bit desperate. I think Eric, you were keeping like a count, right? How many sex scenes were there in the series? Now there's like what, 5?
5.
Yeah.
Yeah, 5.
So I mean, yeah, it gives that impression, because she couldn't stick with one person. So yeah, I'm not going to go too much into that. I don't want you guys to bash me up. But yeah, and then Daredevil has this walk of shame. He walks barefoot. I don't know why he decides to walk barefoot. He's wearing his shoes. But yeah, I guess he just brought that whole Daredevil hype down, because you're like Daredevil, the thunder of the night, and everything, and then suddenly you see this guy walking away barefoot after a one night stand. So yeah, Daredevil fans out there, let us know what you guys think about this. Leave your comments below in our video. So right after that, of course, we all thought that the episode is going to end, but of course, Jen breaks the fourth wall and she says that it feels like a ending of the episode, but it's not. And and next is the season finale. So she sort of like explained it to us, and she mentions about Red Hulk. You're hoping to see a Red Hulk. So I think previously we mentioned that we probably won't get to see Red Hulk because the actor who played Thunderbolt Ross, he passed, right? But I think Red Hulk is still in the cards. Probably they might tweak the story a little for someone else to be. So yeah, what do you guys think about that? Like is it going to happen?
Yeah, I definitely think Red Hulk is going to happen, and I think if they don't, Marvel is just being playing dumb. I would say, because what's interesting thing, one more thing I sources that we heard from is that they're trying to, yes, of course I wouldn't agree of recasting, but the sources have confirmed that they are trying to look for another actor to play Thunderbolt Ross, and the front row running is Harrison Ford, because and there's a concept art of him with the beard and stuff. Yes, he does look like a Thunderbolt Ross from the comic. He does look solid. But then, if you ask me as a Marvel fan, of course, like someone passed, you wouldn't want it. Yes, tweak the story little. There's something which you can try to work something on and make someone else a Red Hulk, but give them a Thunderbolt Ross essence at least, but don't cast a version of Thunderbolt Ross. And one interesting thing about Red Hulk is that Intelligentsia in the comics, they are the one who got the blood, and they are the one who did the experiment on Thunderbolt Ross and made him Red Hulk. And we already got Intelligentsia, and now they're going to get the blood, and definitely there's going to be a Red Hulk very soon. So, but of course, there's a matter of time. We need the Thunderbolts as it comes. But yeah, as it seems that's going to happen, and I hope that happens.
Yeah. I mean, now since you mentioned about intelligence, I forgot about that. So Red Hulk most likely 90% is going to appear in the MCU very soon. So we are very excited to see. Okay. So of course Jen prepares to go for the gala, the California Law Awards. And when she goes there, she wins an award, but of course with a lot of others. And that's when this intelligentsia group, the hulking, leaks all of her phone data, basically pictures, conversations, and videos. So you get to see a lot of Captain America's ass in the picture. I think she's really obsessed with Steve Rogers' ass. And also her sex video, with the guy, Joshua. I think was it Joshua? Yeah. So this is when we see she actually went berserk because she's really pissed off and she growls, like how she always goes berserk, and she destroys everything around. And it was quite like a nice scene when the alarms were blaring red, and then you get to see like half of her face. I think she still controlled herself. She could have gone ape crazy, but she didn't. When she broke the wall, she was trying to grab some of these intelligentsia insurgents, right? One of the person she grabbed, the last person she grabbed before she let go. So as you guys know, looked a lot like that guy. Okay, so I mean the guy looked a lot like Todd. Okay, why? Because he had long hair and Todd was there during the award night. But then there were a lot of people saying that maybe it's not Todd because the sideburns looked a bit different. But we won't know. I mean, it can be, or it wasn't, because there must be a reason why Todd is a constant character throughout the movie. It's like he's trying to waste She-Hulk's time, but then he's actually doing something at the back. If not, they wouldn't be showing this character always being involved. Yeah. Again, I don't know what you guys think.
This is amazing. Is the fact that like how they, because when She-Hulk was first, when Jen became She-Hulk, I mean they gave like the way they portrayed is the fact that she is controlled with her power. She can change back and forth anytime she wants, just like how Professor Hulk is kind of now. She can do that. But then, like I said before, she's really not in control of her emotions. She can be a real full-blown Hulk, like how in comics they call her the savage She-Hulk, right? So it's a little tease shows that she can get super angry and she will not be able to control her emotion, which I think will play out even more further. I don't think will play out for this season of She-Hulk. I think will play out as it comes for upcoming MCU projects. It will show for. I don't know what they're going to cover in the season finale, but yeah, I think it's a good tease for that.
Yeah, and I also like to point out that there were like at least 2 or 3 times that during that angry scene with the alarm blaring red, she did break the fourth wall and looked at the camera, looked at us, and when she looked at us, her expression was like, oh shit, like I'm losing control, So at that point in my head, it was like, okay, we all thought that she didn't have an alternate ego per se, like how Hulk and Banner had, but apparently she might have maybe not an alternate ego, but a rage part of her that once she reaches that bar, then she's just out of control until she passes out, like she did during the first time when she changes. So that would be interesting, and then about the red Hulk also, I think it's possible, and I have a feeling that Todd is the next for Red Hulk. I don't know. There must be a reason why, right? So we'll see.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
Speaking about the finale, did you guys watch the TV spot that was released?
Hey, wait. Before we go, let me finish the thing first. Okay. I mean, basically, there's nothing much. I just want to talk about Department of Damage Control. You can see they are very active throughout the series, and you actually see them using those cannon guns. So these guns, I don't know if you guys know or not, but it's been broken down way long ago. But these guns that were used in Miss Marvel as well are the same kind of cannons that were used in the Incredible Hulk, the bigger ones on the Humvees. So these were designed by Tony Stark, So basically, this is like a little bit of a part of Tony Stark over
Legacy.
there. Yeah, Tony Stark's legacy. You get to see that, and the episode ends. Yeah, that's all. So yeah, now Eric, the TV spot.
the Hulk Banner fighting, swinging a punch to Abomination while he's wearing that white clothes that Emil Blonsky wears in his sanctuary. Yeah. So it could be like a serious fight, it could be a friendly fight. I don't know. What do you all think?
I'm really hoping that it will be a serious fight because I don't know how much they're going to pack in this one episode because they have to focus on Jennifer Walters' resolution. They have to focus on intelligentsia, and then now they are introducing Bruce Banner fighting with Abomination. So that's like if it's a huge fight, then it's going to take a little bit of time, to explain why they are fighting. Or if it's going to be like a small mini fight, just for nothing, then it's going to be really disappointing.
No, but there will be an additional question also, like Hulk was supposed to be in space. Like, how is he back? Why is he back? Is he done? So like there'll be a lot of questions. There'll be a lot of questions.
No, I mean, of course, as a Marvel fan, of course, excited to see Bruce Banner fighting with Abomination and stuff. But then again, clamping everything in one go and knowing the fact that it is going to just be a 30-minute episode. But the question is why? That's my question right now. Why? I mean, if you don't bring Bruce Banner, I think I'm still fine. Because our core is about She-Hulk, her core storyline and everything. So here's the question now. Are they just bringing all these characters back just to hype up the whole series so we can get to watch the series? Because it seems like that Wong, Daredevil, and now Bruce Banner coming back as the season finale is just to get viewership. It seemed like it because if you think about the whole plot of storyline is so flat, and the whole plot story is just somebody getting She-Hulk's blood, which they fail to extract even more for that storyline. It's always an end tag. And every episode is one off tag. Like I said, like for me, if you don't put Bruce Banner and there's no fight scene, I think I'm still fine because my concern is more of She-Hulk's storyline. So I honestly I don't know how else to feel about the finale actually.
What if Emil Blonsky's group is intelligentsia? And then Bruce Banner comes to save She-Hulk's reputation. So it's a fight.
Anything is possible at this point, but there must be a motive. Like to me, I see Red Hulk is a motive. But there must be another motive. Like why would they want to hate She-Hulk, right? She didn't do anything. The only motive is like, okay, she's having too much power and she's like misusing the power. So I want to be Red Hulk lah. So that is one motive, but I don't see any other motive lah. And the only reason Hulk can be fighting Abomination is because he found out something in space and he came back and he decided to fight him for some reason, or he wants to become She-Hulk's elder brother after She-Hulk's big blunder and beat up the guys who hurt her lah. That's the other second motive that he would have lah. Just that there's nothing. So like I also would agree with Harvey. There's like 30 minutes.
Let me add another thing. We have Abomination storyline going on in this finale and stuff already. A set photo reveal. Bruce Banner. I mean, what's his name again? Mark Ruffalo took a picture with Jamila Jamil, the actress who plays Titania. So Titania is going to be the season finale too. Like, so there's so much in the finale which I don't know how they're going to pull off with the 30 minutes. If there's going to be like a 45 minutes or 50-minute episode, okay, like there's something like how Loki was, Hawkeye was, like there's a room to do that, right? But She-Hulk is only 30-minute format because of the distribution rights and stuff like that. You only can do 30 minutes. So with 30 minutes, what are you going to do? How much are you going to cram even more by giving fillers of episodes before?
Exactly. And then suddenly you see Wong is gonna appear, then Daredevil is gonna appear, and everyone is gonna appear and have a fun family episode in 30 minutes.
Yeah, just I think So I think I just want to speak about Daredevil just right before we end. I think just to speak about Daredevil, I think as a big Daredevil fan, I am excited to see Charlie Cox back as Daredevil and stuff. That is no doubt. But as the Daredevil character in the MCU right now, I think they kind of did him dirty. That's what I feel. Honest opinion, because Daredevil, how they portray Daredevil in Netflix is a accurate adaptation of the comic, how he was. He's very serious, very how to say, dark. He keeps his identity secret. Like so much of things he does under the dark. He doesn't involve a lot of people around him, a lot of things going on around him, and he dwells a lot with Christianity. I mean, we know for a fact, and that was the magic and power of it in the series, because they dwell a lot of the law of the Christianity within him. Like he visits church, he's a strong Christian, and so those were amazing to see. But when they portrayed in She-Hulk, I think they blew it all up. Like, I mean, he did joke in Netflix, of course, but like Jess said, too much. Again, too much of jokes, and then like it was really unnecessary. And one more thing, I think him getting his suit from Luke Jacobson is I don't know why they did that. Actually, because he likes to keep his identity secret. And Luke Jacobson in this MCU now, he's like a paparazzi. Like everyone goes to get a suit from him. Why would Daredevil want to go and get a suit from him? Because in the Netflix, he goes to someone underground to get the suit, get the Daredevil suit. So just maintain that. Why would you want to change that? That is really unnecessary. I mean, of course, they are soft rebooting, but that those are the essence of Daredevil. Like you soft reboot a storyline, I think I agree, but you soft rebooting a character, I think that is just you are throwing Daredevil under the bus. I would say definitely. So that, and then him, sleeping with Shield, like he does not do all. He's serious with his, like if he wants to at all do that, also there's a proper a way to do it, but not like immediately stuff like, oh okay, I feel something to you, okay, let's do it, and stuff like that immediately. And one more thing, I think a bit of downside of probably seeing Daredevil more in the MCU is that I think something we need to adapt to is his fights and also like how his moves are going to work, because his fighting skills in the Netflix were very raw. Like you can see the weight of the punches, the fighting scenes, and the choreography of the stunts. All I don't know how much they're going to do, because moment I saw him, his skill set in the series, you could see the CG in it. Because Marvel would want, you know what they want to do? They want to give an amazing version of it, but then they tend to forget if you do a lot of CG with the character, they lose their thing. So Daredevil, I could see him flipping here and there, like I could see the CG, so I felt like, nah, that's not Daredevil. He's very raw, a lot of things. And I just hope more fighting scenes from him later on episodes, and as a Daredevil character. A lot of things, it was a downside of the Daredevil character, and the jokes that he did, even in the courtroom especially, it was it was just a waste of something which they failed to do. They could have done so much better with the Daredevil character. That's my take on my favorite character.
So I hope that I'm pretty sure a lot of fans are feeling like this. So I hope that Marvel takes all of this into consideration and rethink about how they're going to portray Daredevil in the future series. So basically that's it for She-Hulk episode 8. We took quite some time because it's close to the final episode, so we just want to give all of our thoughts and everything. Once episode 9 comes out, we're going to be releasing another breakdown video. Hopefully it's going to be an interesting one, so do follow us along. Make sure to catch episode 9 and then catch our breakdown video right after. And make sure to like and subscribe our YouTube channel, The Geek Street, and also follow us on Instagram and Facebook. And we also have our Discord community. You can find it at the link in the description below, where we have a community where we basically talk everything Marvel, Star Wars, and any other movies that we are interested in. So hope to see you guys there, and also hope to see you guys for the next breakdown video. Till then, this is the Geek Street. The street has spoken. Good night and bye-bye.